Hi guys, welcome back to London, North London today. I've come to Camden, well, Chalk Farm Road, Chalk Farm Tube on Chalk Farm Road. The reason I've come to Chalk Farm Road and not Camden, I am headed to Camden Market. I'll come back to that in a moment. It's Saturday, it's a typical winter's day here in London, dull, overcast, raining intermittently. The reason I've come to Camden, I've been at home all morning doing, wish I could say I've been doing something exciting that I could share with you later, like YouTubers do, but I've been doing paperwork, so to break up the monotony, I thought I'd pop out for a coffee and some lunch. So I'm heading to Camden Market, to a part of the market called Curb next to the Regent Canal and Camden Lock, to get something to eat. The reason I've come Chalk Farm Road, halfway between there and the markets on the same road, is a great coffee shop called The Bowery. So amazing bagels as well, New York inspired bagel shop. They do coffee from small batch roasters here in London. It might, if you're planning to visit Camden, Chalk Farm Road, well, Chalk Farm Tube, I keep calling it Chalk Farm Road because it's on Chalk Farm Road, but yeah, it might be of interest to you because Camden Town Tube is definitely the closest to the markets. However, at busy times, peak times, like today, Saturday, it's exit only, so you can get here but you can't leave. Well, you can't from Camden Town, but the Northern Line effectively runs underneath this street. So there are 3 tube stations in quite close proximity. We've got Chalk Farm there, Camden down here, which is the closest to the markets, and then Mornington Crescent. So if you get here and then you come to leave and Camden Town Tube is shut, walk 5 or 10 minutes this way, you can get to Chalk Farm, get back on the Northern Line, 5 or 10 minute walk the other way, you'll be at Mornington Crescent, and yeah, again, back on the Northern Line. So thought the coffee shop was on this corner, so next corner, just down here. Yeah, I'm going to head to the part of the market. It's just next to a part of the market called the Stables. So Chalk Farm is actually pretty close, probably not that much further away than Camden Town anyway, to the part of the market we're headed to. But the markets, there's no more than one, they're like a sprawling maze, and they start next to Camden Town Tube. So if you're coming here, it's probably best to start there and walk this way, unless of course you're starting at the Bowery coffee shop, which is just across the road here. In fact, that is the markets right there. So that's like the very the north end of the Stable Market. There's a bar up there, and yeah, coffee shop just over here. So when we're done the coffee, we'll head over there, check out the street food, see what looks good. The Bowery is primarily a New York bagel shop and cafe here in London. They also do great coffee too. Now, Brick Lane in London's East End is renowned for bagels here in London. However, European bagels are a little different in recipe and texture to New York ones. So the Bowery Bagel and Beans was founded by New Yorkers missing home. They bake fresh bagels here the New York way, giving New Yorkers a taste of home and Londoners a taste of New York. It's a cool cafe, and we're at the wrong end of Camden for many tourists to make it up this far, so it's more relaxed up here than the market end of this road. Okay, black filter coffee from the Bowery Bagel Shop and coffee shop. The bagels are incredible, but I'm going to head down to Curb Street Food Market to see what looks good there. Great coffee. Definitely recommend the Bowery, both for coffee and bagels. Oh yeah, let's head to Curb. Check out what looks good. Hopefully I'll get something warming, because it's a pretty miserable day here in London. You probably can't make it out on the camera, but well, maybe you can. little spots of rain, but yeah, it's like it's not quite raining. It's heavier than mist, put it that way. Okay, one entrance to the stables is just there. Where we got the coffees in that Brady shops there, so super close. I'm going to head further down here. You can see the iconic train bridge that crosses the street here. It's probably more recognisable from the other side, the Camden Town Tube side. Yeah, I'm headed to that part of the market, to the street food market, right next to the Regent Canal and Camden Lock. Okay, as you can see from the crowds, this is the busy end of the street by the market, and that's probably the instantly recognisable side of that train bridge you'll see all over Instagram. The Regent Canal's just here, Camden Lock's just here. There's more arts and crafts markets in there, but I'm going to head straight to the street food market here next to the canal curb. Okay, so we just missed the lock in action. A boat moving from one part of the Regent Canal to the next here. Just down here, here's a section of the market called Curb I'm headed to. Amazing street food section. Right next to the river. It's great on warm summer's days. Which it very much isn't today. Now the tough part begins, deciding what to eat. Smells incredible. Right, I'm gonna have a look around. See what looks good. Okay, a Yum Dog from Oh My Dog. So, sausage, crispy onions, cheese and gherkins. They load it up with the gherkins, onions and cheese, then put it under a cover and steam it, which melts the cheese. And then once they've steamed the cheese on, toppings of crispy onions and secret sauce, mustard and whatever the secret sauce is. So yeah, let's give it a go. Pretty good. In a brioche bun as well. So yeah, that's delicious. Right, I'm going to enjoy this. Take a look. A little more around the markets. And I'll get back to you. Okay, both times I've come in, just missed the boat using the lock, Camden lock. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Camden, to the Curb Street Food Market, and yeah, the hot dog was amazing. Definitely recommend the coffee shop. I'm going to head down to Camden Town Tube and head home. Hopefully the tube's still open, otherwise I'll be carrying on walking all the way down to Mornington Crescent. As you can see, the crowds behind me, the crowds in front of me are starting to build. So yeah, they may have shut the station already. Although hopefully everyone's still coming and nobody's yet leaving. So anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, from Camden, toodles. this is the part of Camden most people are familiar with. It's just about make out the train bridge there, where we were at the street food markets next to the lock, and the markets start here, which is effectively right next to Camden Town Tube, which is just here. So let's go and see if it's open. Okay, success. Camden Town is still open, but if you get here and it's exit only from the other side. The other exit, the other side of the station is exit only anyway. But yeah, entrance here. If that's shut, if the whole station's exit only, just walk 5 or 10 minutes down there, and you'll come, which is the same road the markets are on. You'll get to Mornington Road, Mornington Crescent. Tube station. You can't miss it, because when you get there the road forks, and right in the middle of the fork is Mornington Crescent Tube. So anyway, luckily for me, Camden's still open. So until next time, toodles. I say luckily, it's escalators out, steps in, 96 steps according to the sign. I didn't count.